The concept we'll examine is using everyday activities as exercise opportunities, which represents both the most accessible and potentially the most oversold approach to fitness. The basic idea is appealing. You have to do household chores, talk on the phone, and maintain your yard anyway, so why not get exercise credit for doing these things actively? This reframes mundane tasks as fitness opportunities and potentially makes both the tasks and the exercise more palatable. Walking while on calls means you're being productive and active simultaneously. Gardening vigorously gives you both a beautiful yard and a workout. Active housework results in a clean home and closed activity rings. For people who genuinely cannot find time for dedicated exercise, this approach at least provides some physical activity. A parent with young children, someone working multiple jobs, a person caring for elderly relatives, these individuals might have virtually no discretionary time. If the only activity they can manage is making their necessary tasks more physically demanding, that's better than nothing. The claim that you don't need a gym to stay active is technically true but potentially misleading. You don't need a gym to accumulate basic daily movement and avoid complete sedentary behavior. But if staying active means maintaining or improving cardiovascular fitness, building strength, maintaining bone density, or achieving specific fitness goals, then yes, you probably do need something more than household chores and phone call walking. The short videos showing exercise in daily life ideas could be practically helpful by demonstrating how to add intensity to normal activities. Maybe you don't realize you can do calf raises while washing dishes, or squats while picking up toys, or increase your pace and arm movement while vacuuming to elevate your heart rate. Practical demonstrations can help people see possibilities they haven't considered. However, let's discuss the problems with treating everyday tasks as exercise. First, there's the quality issue. Exercise for fitness improvement typically requires sustained intensity at appropriate heart rate zones. Doing chores more vigorously might elevate your heart rate briefly, but you're constantly stopping, changing activities, and working at variable intensities. This is fundamentally different from 20 minutes of continuous cardiovascular work or structured resistance training. Second, there's the psychological issue of never having separation between work and exercise. If every household task becomes an exercise opportunity, you never get to just clean your house without performance metrics attached. This can make already unpleasant tasks feel even more burdensome. Sometimes you need to just do chores as efficiently as possible so you can move on to things you actually enjoy. Third, there's a safety consideration that's rarely mentioned. Many everyday tasks involve awkward positions, repetitive movements, or sudden forces that weren't designed with optimal biomechanics in mind. Trying to make yard work or housework more intense without proper form can lead to injury. You might strain your back trying to make vacuuming a workout or develop repetitive strain issues from aggressive sweeping or scrubbing. The Apple Watch will happily give you credit for turning everyday tasks into exercise. Your Move ring doesn't distinguish between structured exercise and vigorous housework. But your body does distinguish between movements that promote balanced fitness and movements that are repetitive, asymmetric, or biomechanically suboptimal. There's also a class dimension to this discussion that deserves acknowledgement. The people most likely to need to rely on everyday activities for exercise are often people with the least time and most demanding work and family obligations. Telling someone who's already overwhelmed that they should make their chores more physically demanding can feel like adding another burden rather than offering a solution. A more honest framing would be that incorporating movement into daily tasks is a valuable supplement to fitness routines, but should not be mistaken for a complete approach to exercise. Walk during phone calls when you can, but also recognize that this isn't the same as a dedicated walk where you can maintain consistent pace and focus on your movement. Do your yard work actively, but don't skip strength training thinking that raking leaves is equivalent to a workout. The Apple Watch can track all movement regardless of context, and this broad tracking is part of its value. You get credit for all the ways you move throughout your day. But you also need to be sophisticated enough to recognize that not all movement is equal. Closing your rings through everyday activities is an achievement, but it's different from closing them through structured exercise designed to systematically improve your fitness. Use the watch to become more aware of movement opportunities in your daily life. Let it motivate you to be more active during routine tasks. But maintain realistic expectations about what this approach can and cannot achieve for your health and fitness. For baseline activity and avoiding prolonged sedentary behavior, turning everyday tasks into exercise is sufficient. For developing fitness, preventing age-related decline, or achieving specific health outcomes, you'll need a more comprehensive and structured approach to physical activity that goes beyond making your daily tasks slightly more vigorous.